All right, friends, let's take this journey on upward to the sixth chakra, Agnya. Agnya can be translated to command center. It's the location of the third eye center. So you can find that just above brow level at the center of the forehead. In your guided meditations, I refer to this point often as the visual screen. To tap into the visual screen and be able to see anything at all, the muscles around your forehead, the tissue around your eyes, it needs to be relaxed. So you soften your face and gently gaze upward to connect with your third eye center. The more you practice this technique, the easier and faster it is to see anything at all and tap into your third eye center. Now, the words of affirmation here are I see, with the basic need to understand. So what do you see? Someone who is more open and active within the lower three chakras could have difficulties seeing anything at all when it comes to the sixth chakra, being able to connect and be open in the top three chakras in general. And the reason for that being is that when one part of the chakra system is more open, it tends to close off another area, and this can go the other direction as well. Someone who has a difficulty seeing anything at all on the visual screen might have a personality type of needing to see it in order to believe it. Like they need to have their eyes open, physically touch it, and experience something in order to believe it. Someone who is more open in the third eye center, but more closed off within the lower energies, could have an addiction to fantasy or virtual reality. Believing in things that they don't necessarily need to touch and see, but more of just like a knowing. You'll see that this chakra is very much related to the throat and the crown chakra as well, as they lie between the two. But intuition is a big part of the energy of the third eye center. Now, sensory-wise, what is the color commonly associated with the sixth chakra is indigo. Kind of one of those strange colors in my own personal opinion, because it's a dark blue, almost purple kind of color, so not really common. The element associated with the sixth chakra is light. So I imagine darkness with just a little bit of light shining into it. Kind of just my own personal visualization of the sixth chakra. I find this chakra to be rather fascinating because it is our connection with ability to associate with time. You see, if you close your eyes and I ask you to sit still, 2 minutes might seem like an eternity, might seem like forever. But if you're having a good conversation and you're in the moment, an hour flies by just like that. Why does that happen? Have you ever laid down just to take like a 20-minute nap and you wake up thinking, oh my goodness, where am I? How long was I asleep? And you're like, no, it was only 15, 20 minutes. You're fine. There is this disorientation that can happen when the sixth chakra is out of balance. So let's take a look at what physically shows up in the biology of our being when we look at the third eye center. Now, the endocrine system, here we have the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is responsible for balancing out hormones. So when our hormones are out of whack, that can have a huge effect on you physically. That can have a huge effect on you psychologically. The challenges that show up within the third eye center are malfunctions like delusion, confusion. Physically can come up as headaches, as seizures, disorientation, lack of being able to tell time. What's fascinating about the sixth chakra is that this too is a place of creativity. I know that we said earlier that the second chakra is an energy of creativity, but that one is more physical. That's where we'll find the energy of that's open for artists, for sculptors, for dancers, for anything physical as an outlet. The third eye center within the sixth chakra, creativity shows up differently because it's the ability to visualize and solve problems and organize things intellectually. So, coming up with creative solutions to problems or being able to organize information and being able to be forward thinking and be that visionary, that's the creative energy within the third eye center. I find that one just to be super fascinating. Within the third eye center, the sixth chakra, you can also find that there is an overactive energy within our culture of being addicted to virtual reality. I mean, years ago, it was not a thing to be connected to a community virtually like it is today. You can join a group, you can connect with people around the world anytime you need to, and you can be friends with someone that you have never even met nowadays. So a connection, when we're not receiving it physically in our relationships, like within the second chakra, we could be overactive in trying to reach outwardly on a virtual level. This shows up, and I really had to come to an understanding with my son when he would be saying, he'd be in his room playing for a bit, and he said, "Oh, I was playing with Joey from," I don't even remember what the name was, but I was playing with Joey. I'm like, really? There's not a friend over, is there? No, Joey is my friend that I was playing a game with. Oh, okay, so who is Joey? How old is he? Where is he from? All of these concerns came to mind, but to the younger generation, that this was just a norm. This was a real community and a real friend that just wasn't physically here. So an addiction to virtual reality can be a sign that the sixth chakra, the third eye center, can also be very overactive. And if you look along the entire system as a whole, when one energy is overactive, that can deplete an energy within a different area. So if we're looking at this relationship thing, for instance, if we were too open within the third eye center and absorbed in a community and a virtual level, that may create some social discomforts or social difficulties when being able to relate to somebody on a physical level and our actual physical relationships. The energy of intuition is what lies within the third eye center, our visual screen, up in the sixth chakra. So, but what is intuition? How can you use that to balance things out? Within your workbook, there is a reflection exercise I'd love for you to give a try. This is tapping into your personal intuition. What does it mean when your body says yes? What does it mean when your body's telling you no? So I'll ask you to go and find your meditative state. Bring yourself to physical and mental relaxation. Tap in to your visual screen, and I want you to visualize what it's like to go into your closet. That could be your actual closet. That could be an imaginary closet where they have all the things you can possibly imagine. And I want you to put on your yes outfit. What does it mean to feel confident, to feel good, and to know the power of yes? I want you to put this on, visualize what does yes mean. Stand in front of a mirror and listen. What does your body have to say when it's telling you yes?